Hey, good morning everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. If you've been following along on the channel, you might recognize a lot right here behind me. We're back out here at Dustin Williams' place. We finally got our approval for grading. You know, we submitted this plan over, I think about 5 months ago, but we had to make a bunch of corrections on the plans, and there was a lot going on with the soil here, so they had to drill down real deep. I don't know if you recall in a previous video, but if you followed along, we put in the septic system for him. He had a failed septic system when they first moved into the house, so we put in a new septic system for him. And now we're back out here. We just got started. I've got Mikey on the 750 bulldozer. So he's out here. The first thing we're gonna do is grade this lot flat so we can see exactly what we have going on. But there's a lot that has to take place on this little lot here. We have to put in GeoGrid. You know, GeoGrid is just like a slope stabilization mat that goes in the ground. We're gonna cover all that when we get to it. But if you look at this lot behind me, it's roughly the size of a football field. We have to take all this dirt out. We have to go down 10 feet, take the dirt out, and then we have to move the soil back in and build it up on 2-foot sections, and we have to put GeoGrid, and every 2 feet we have to compact. We have a compacting machine called a vibratory sitting right down here by the excavator. So that's what's gonna happen. Right now we're just gonna clear the lot, make it nice and flat, just to assess the situation. Tomorrow I have my surveyor Tim coming back out. He's gonna stake this lot so we know exactly where to grade and what we're doing. And because there's a slope behind us here, we don't wanna undermine that slope, seeing how we have to go down 10 feet. You know, that's quite deep. So we're gonna be removing about 4,500 to 5,000 yards of dirt, taking it out and putting it back. The reason for that, this dirt, even though it's DG, which is great building soil, it's really loose and it has the ability to self-compact. So if we put a structure on top of it, it could sink. So that's the reason we have to go down 10 feet and then we have to compact and make buildable soil all the way up. So Mikey's gonna continue on with that today, getting this lot flattened out. And then tomorrow, I have my staker coming out, which is my surveyor. He's gonna come out and stake this thing. And then how we're gonna keep this slope from collapsing is we're gonna do it in sections, like a quarter at a time. We'll dig down 10 feet, take that soil out, and then we'll take soil ahead of that, move it into that hole, compact it, put GeoGrid. You know, this GeoGrid comes in 12-foot rolls, 12 foot by 150, I believe. So we have about 8 of those that have to go in here. So it's a tedious process, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of soil removal. Good news is I have Mikey. You might have seen him in the previous video when we did the septic tank installation for Dustin and Tiana. Mikey's here, and there's not a piece of earth moving equipment made that Mikey can't operate. So he will be here doing that. I'm Paul, and welcome to TCI. Okay, so I'm back out here on Dustin Williams' job. You can see Mikey going at it behind me. He's on the 750, which is an extremely versatile machine. He's only been at it for a few hours and we're getting a lot done. You can see behind me, what he's trying to do is level the pad out completely, so he's taking it from the toe of slope right here where I'm standing, and he's pushing the dirt downhill. So Tim, my surveyor, he will be out here tomorrow. He will stake this whole entire pad out going off of our grading plan, and that way we can start the process of excavating this lot. As I mentioned previously, if you take a football field and you dig it down 10 feet and remove all that dirt and then put that dirt back and compact it in 1 to 2 foot intervals, that's exactly what we have to do here. Not a big piece of property, but a lot of work going into getting this lot ready for this garage for Dustin. So Mikey's gonna continue forward with what he's doing. I have my GeoGrid being delivered here in about an hour. You'll see GeoGrid when it shows up. I'll go through all the steps of that as we're placing it. But it's basically 12-foot rolls by 150 feet long, and we have 8 of them that have to go in here. All it's for is for soil stabilization, right? We put that down and we put it every 3 feet as we're building the soil back up, and then we compact around it. So a whole lot going into this. Like I said before, you know what, Mikey, once he gets on a piece of machine, a piece of equipment, he doesn't slow down, he keeps going at it. So we're gonna continue forward with what we're doing here, get this pad, we wanna get this pad completely leveled out today. So tomorrow, right, we can get this staked out, and then on Wednesday, we will start excavating. So as I mentioned before, you see this slope right here behind me. The main concern was we're gonna be digging down 10 feet. We don't wanna undermine this slope and have where their house is up on the hill, you see up here behind me, we don't want all of that to come falling down into this huge area that we're gonna excavate. So we're gonna do it in sections, probably, if you picture a football field, we'll excavate from the 0 to the 25-yard line down to 10 feet. We'll excavate down, we'll lay geogrid, and then we'll take from 25 to 50 yards and we'll dig that down, put it on top of where we just excavated, and we'll do it in sections, like a quarter at a time. That just seems to be the safest way to get this accomplished without anybody getting hurt, without the slope sliding down, which it probably won't anyway. The soil that this thing is composed of is decomposed granite, which is one of the best building soils you can possibly have. But it needs to be compacted. We need to build a stable platform upright, a stable lot. So we got to go down where it's really soft, compact it all the way back up. Now it's a hard, stable ground to build on. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. Follow us along on a lot of our other projects. We have a lot going on. We have some cool stuff coming up. And if you would, while you're here, the like button is right there. Just give us a thumbs up, okay? And follow us along on our projects. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you can learn something by watching our projects that'll help you with your project. Have an awesome day.